This is the first in a 3-video series designed to help you get better at Magic the Gathering limited gameplay. My name is Nick Daru. I'm a 5-time Pro Tour competitor, and today we're reviewing a Marvel Superheroes draft gameplay coaching session with my friend and teammate Taylor Cobb, who has qualified for the Arena Championships 3 times through Limited. I'm playing in the World Championship at the end of 2026, and I'm working with Taylor to level up my limited gameplay. If you are looking to do the same, then I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. We can go into the games afterwards.
Oh, perfect. It's white blue.
Yeah, it's white blue. So I'll give you some context about it, and then we can go into it.
Yeah.
So
Talk to me about the deck.
Yeah, I drafted this deck before PT Marvel, actually, just as some practice when I had some time between something. It's blue-white. It doesn't have any super bomb rares besides the one.
You have Vision.
I have the Vision.
That's not a super bomb.
And we have like Agent
That's
13.
good.
No like other bomb rares. But it's just like
Right.
a solid blue-white deck that does like what the Azorius thing wants to do. It has flyers. It has like a bunch of removal. Has 3 raft security officers. We have a shield spy kit.
I am like, sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but I am seeing like in your sideboard, you have this like, you have Secret Invasion, right? Isn't this a blue bomb?
Is
In
it?
your sideboard?
I don't know.
So. But go ahead. Keep going with the deck.
Well, maybe I missed out on playing it. I did take it because I think there was no other cards in the pack. Do you like that card?
I think the card's pretty strong. Yeah, I like it, especially if you can protect the creature. Yeah, I mean it's got a almost 60% win rate on 17 lands.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
like that card is quite good.
Oh, okay. Dang, I guess I should have played it.
I know that this is an older draft, so you probably just had it in the sideboard and maybe didn't take a look into it.
I guess I don't traditionally like the Sheltered by Ghost style of effect that can get blown out, because I've also been on the other side of getting my thing Secret Invasioned, and then I blow up the creature, and then I just get it back, and I'm like, oh, this card doesn't seem very good from my experience. But if the data says it's good, then maybe I should have given it a shot, because I guess when it works, it's super good.
So the thing about limited and cards like Sheltered by Ghosts, it's a cheap effect. This one also copies the creature, so if you remove something big, it makes your thing huge. But like Sheltered by Ghosts is such an efficient, cheap removal that it ends up not being so much of a cost. Sheltered by Ghost also gave the creature, I believe, ward, so it gave it some protection as well. These cards are generically pretty great and limited just because of their efficiency and enabling attacks. So I would have played that card for sure. The fact that you have 3 of these Trickster Stratagem, I mean, you do have good removal. You have a good removal suite in the deck already.
Sure. I didn't even realize. Yeah. You might also notice I did have a lot of playables. Like I have an extra raft, and a Koye, a Burrow backup, and a Wiccan also. And then we have a surveillance room here as well. I don't know if these were the right things to leave in the sideboard. These are just what I happened to leave in.
I think you made some choices here. Wiccan is the fact that it's just a 5-mana 4/4, makes it less valuable. The really only thing that's really good to blink in your deck is the hero in training. Sometimes you could get some maybe additional value from like blinking web up, but and maybe Futurist Forge, but there's not like a ton in your deck where Wiccan seems to pop off. So I think you were right to leave it in the board, because in general, 5-mana 4/4 flying, these cards are just not strong cards. You need more synergy in the deck to make them have value. The rare enchantment, that one is definitely good. But I mean the deck looks really good. I love. Why is it named Kenneth Sucks?
Oh, I think I probably drafted it when I was around Kenneth, and I just always name the deck after people. So yeah,
all right,
no reason.
Love it though. Okay.
Okay. So I wanted to ask you this, because when I'm playing at a really high level event, like at a PT, after I build my deck together, there's a few things I'm trying to like memorize before I go into my matches. And
Hmm.
because obviously in an ideal world you would know every single card in your deck by memory, because that'll, like, I
Right.
do that in constructed because you have infinite time to do that, but in limited you basically have to build the deck, and then you have like a few minutes and you go right into your matches at a high level
Yeah,
event. You
yeah,
don't have
yeah.
time to just memorize everything. So the things I'm trying to keep track of are how many pieces of removal I have and what the removal is. So, like, I try to say, okay, I know that I have in my deck Web Up, some Ants, and some Raft Security Officers in this
Hmm.
deck as my kind of removal package that I can draw towards, and the stratagems that I can draw
Right.
towards. And then I also try to think about how many ways I have to fix my hand. Like, how valuable is it for me to hold cards for later, like, churning? So, like, I have some conniving with the stratagem in this deck. So there's, like, reasons for me not to, like, play out all my lands.
Play something out. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's something I'm trying
Right.
to think about ahead of that. And then also, what are, like, the biggest bombs that can take over the game in my deck, or ways that I can win? And we don't really have super, like, any one card things that are just going to dominate the game, other than maybe the vision. But I'm like, okay,
No.
I'm always thinking, like, I have at least a couple ants I can draw towards that can kind of get there, or like a falcon, or burrow
Yeah.
backups. Those are like the top end that I'm thinking about drawing towards later in the game. Are there, like, are those good things to be thinking about, and are there any other things I should think about, like, before I go into my first match, like what I should be remembering about the context of my deck?
I mean, one really the main important thing to know about your deck, this is going to come with deck building, but you have to know what your win condition is. I would say in this deck, the main win condition, you were touching on it, but it's mostly going to come in the way of flying, right? You have these flying ants, you have Falcon, you have the Vision, you have the Doombot. That's going to be how you're going to be getting in. And a lot of times you're going to be tapping down the opponent's flyers with your Raft Security Officer. So already going into your match, you should be thinking about that kind of general game plan. I would say that's obviously that game plan can change based on where your opponent's deck is looking like, but that's what your sideboarding is for and everything. So uh, the main thing going into the first game, just be thinking, okay, this is my deck's general game plan to fly over and accrue value that way. Because you do have, like you were saying, you have the Sharon Carter, you have the Vision to kind of give you some more additional value. Uh,
Right. And I
yeah.
guess another, if to offer a contrasting example, like, I know we looked at the PT deck that I drafted that you said was really nice, the Demir one. I guess, like, in that deck, my win con is probably um, the Super
Lucky.
Scroll, or
Yes. Yeah.
some of the other big. I think I had a few other bombs in that deck, like Avengers Under Siege,
Right. The
and
Did you have Avengers Under Siege? The multicolor
the
saga?
Saga. I think I had that card as a splash.
Right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just right. In that deck, it's going to be kind of accruing value, I feel like. This deck is more tempo styled. That blue black deck, I seem to recall it kind of
It's this, and
right. So this one is looking to kind of like connive and draw into your bombs,
yeah, because
right?
I even
Yeah.
the brutes were also win cons. It felt like, too, all the 4 drops could win. It felt like,
Hmm.
or a lot of them could win. So yeah, maybe making my creatures bigger with the conniving and Super Scroll on its own seemed like
Right.
there were, like, the primary win cons, and, like, outvaluing the opponent. We had a lot of ways to draw extra cards and remove things.
Yeah,
So
for sure. Yeah, you have the two biochemists, which are basically 3-for-1s. Cards really strong. So yeah, no, I really did like this PT deck. I mean, getting this in a PT pod, I'd be pretty thrilled.
right, I agree.
Um,
Okay.
yeah. So, but I did mention in that deck I would have maybe liked to see one of these Project Deathlock soldiers because you're doing so much conniving the value of having a card come back from the graveyard, I think is really high. So, um,
Yep.
I don't, not saying that you had an opportunity in your draft to get one, but I would have valued one because that's kind of your game plan in that deck. So,
Yep. I agree.
but yeah, definitely this deck. I'm looking at it. You are trying to tempo out your opponent for sure, as white blue does in this format. So it looks strong. Taking initial glance, you do have one of the shield spy kits, um, which is obviously a very strong card. Would have liked to get more in a deck like this, but yeah, I mean that's a premium common, so you don't see them every day, or you don't get so many. I'm amazed that you got 3 Trickster Stratagem. That card also like 60% win rate on 17 lands, so
Yep.
very powerful removal spell. And it's not just a powerful removal spell, the stratagem. It's a powerful removal spell in a tempo shell. Like if um, you know, the card goes down a lot in value in your blue black deck. If you were to have Trickster Stratagem in that blue black deck, they would look actually a lot worse, I think, than they do here. Because the game plan is different. They wouldn't be unplayable. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't think they would actually look as good as they do here.
Right. And so you're saying like the removal I had here, like Cruel Alliance, which I like a lot,
Cruel
is just
Alliance,
better in this type of deck than like a stratagem would have
I
been.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're permanently removing something, and you're not trying to kind of tempo out the opponent here. So like obviously the weakness of stratagem is that the card comes back
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
So it can't necessarily just immediately remove a bomb. Your deck, you're kind of accruing this blue black deck. I feel like you're more accruing value. So the stratagem value goes much down. Now, stratagem's still a great card because it does dig, right? Even though it doesn't permanently remove it, it does draw you a card. But I think it's better in this blue white shell than it would be in that black deck.
Great. Do you
Um,
want to go and look at the games?
yes, please. Let's boot up the first game.
Okay. This is the first game also, so we'll get right into it because
Okay.
I it's so funny after recording these, I made so many mistakes in these games and like
Okay.
as I'm recording this, I'm like, oh my god, Taylor is going to roast me because I don't know what it is about me playing online. If I just lose focus, I definitely am a lot
Okay.
worse at playing online. But I also should be trying to figure out how to diagnose that and be better about it because I don't want to play sloppy. I want to get more value out of these games and I want to improve my online play too.
Yeah.
But
I
this exercise was just helpful in that it made me try to stay more focused and it made me really reflect back on it. And I already know a lot of these you'll see as we get into the game. And it's funny because
Okay.
I'm opening these hands up and I'm like, oh, this hand just plays itself. And then as I get to like turns 3, 4, and 5, I'm like, all right, actually, there's multiple options here, and I don't know what's correct. And maybe Taylor would know what I should be doing in
Yeah.
some of these turns.
Well, that's
So
great. That's definitely why we're doing this. So, and it's great that you're up against a plat player for your first game. Hopefully,
exactly.
he's pretty decent.
Yeah, and so by the way, we're already 4-1 in this
Right.
draft. So this is our sixth game, I guess, of the deck. So the deck's been doing well so far. So this is our sixth match.
So yeah, this hand seems insane.
Yep, I
Great
figured you
keep.
would say
Yeah.
that. We'll just mulligan this real quick. No, kidding. We'll keep this hand.
Oh man, if you mulliganed it, I don't know. We might have to just pack up.
Okay, quick question. I have not that there's any decision here because I imagine we're going to play Plains and Shield Spy Kit, but let's assume
Right.
Shield Spy Kit wasn't in the hand. Does it
Okay.
actually matter which land I play first here, like Plains or Island? Like, let's just say the Shield Spy Kit was like another 2-drop or something. Is there any
It
reason
o-
here
it
to?
only depends on on your deck, but in this specific deck, no, there's no value between doing one or the other, I would say. You could play.
Like, I'm
I
trying to
would
think
I would
about, let's say that you have a deck and there's no reason to play one land or the other based on your deck build. Is there any reason to consider like giving the information of what color you're on to the opponent on turn one with
so
one color over the other? Like, is that a consideration ever if
so
you have if to like right?
yeah, sometimes it could be because you don't want to show your opponent that you're playing blue for counter spells, but you're gonna have to play blue to hold up the counter spell anyway. So, uh, you know, I don't think there's really any necessarily value in which land you're playing. Um, I don't think you have to put too much thought into it, Nick. Here, I would probably play the plains first. Um, well, obviously here I'd play it because of the shield spy kit, but sometimes you're going to want to discard lands because if you are obviously in Hobbit we have recruit, but here we're going to be conniving. If I rip multiple islands off the deck, I'm going to be sad that I played the island. Well, hold on. Sorry. Um, yeah, if I don't know. I want to play the lands that I have so that I have options later, I guess. So here I would lead on the plains.
Right.
I hope that
Assuming
makes.
there was no spy kit in the hand, you would still
Yeah,
still just pick plain.
even
I
if
get
there was no spy kit.
we're more white heavy anyways, so that makes sense too. Like we're playing 10 planes,
Yeah,
7 islands, so right.
right. So later on, it also means that you're gonna less likely mess up your mana later, because like you were saying, we're more white.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, we're on. So the fact that we're on the play, um, yeah. Anyway, we'll
So
we'll keep watching.
yeah, we'll keep going. It's turn 2. Our opponent just played a plains, so now it's our turn 2. I guess I already know what I'm going to do, so you can just tell me I guess what you would do.
Yeah, so I'm on the play. I just developed the Shield Spy Kit, so I want to jam the Brave Brawler here for sure. I want to get on the board and start doing some pressure on my opponent. There's no reason to hold up We Say the Nay when I have a perfectly serviceable playable.
Awesome. And you play the island, I would imagine, right?
I do. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
play the island here.
There's no
Yeah, yeah,
reason to
yeah.
conceal the information that we're on blue and wait to play the island on turn
No,
3.
no, I don't think so. I don't think there's a huge reason there.
Okay.
Because our opponents on the draw, they can't like hold anything back here. They're going to be forced to play into whatever we're going to be developing. So it's totally fine. Play the island. Yeah.
So they just do nothing on on this turn.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's yeah. All right.
So
But it seemed like
here's
they
our
could do something.
yes, they have 2 mana up. Here's our first maybe real decision. So I'm curious to know what you would do here. I don't even remember what I did. I think I remember what I did, but what are you doing here?
Yeah. So here it is interesting. I think number one, I'm equipping Spy Kit and attacking. That's going to be my first step. If they flash something in, or if they try and interact with my Brave Brawler, then I have some protection up. Would we say the nay? But I'm also like, if they don't do anything to my Brave Brawler, they take the 3 and I gain 3 life. Then I could maybe develop further on the board playing Nick Fury, because I have the Trick Stratagem. Like if they play a 3, I go Trickster Stratagem. I can just get in for a bunch of more damage the following turn, because again, we're playing this kind of tempo oriented deck.
So you're okay not
So
holding up the we say the nay.
I'm fine not holding up the We Say the Nay for this turn, for this coming turn. But first, I want to see the scry because I want to see if we have a land on top of my deck.
So if there's a land, let's say it's not a land. Are you changing your decision?
I might change my decision only because I don't think I'm changing my decision.
So
the
does
reason why
the
is,
information make a difference then from the shields? Like you're still making the same play either way.
yeah, I do want to know what's on top of the. Well, so let's say it's like a 3-drop. Let's say it's like a Sharon Carter or something, right? If it's a Sharon Carter, Agent Sharon Carter, and they allow the damage to go through, that card is possibly going to be a keep for me.
Yeah.
And then I can hold up We Say the Nay to like counter their 3-drop that they
So
play.
that you can untap, play Sharon Carter, and then get in again and get a clue and
And then
another scry.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Play Nick Fury,
So
crack the clue on the following turn.
right. So I would have follow up in that case. So the main thing here is to get more information. So the
Okay.
way to get more information is get that scry by equipping the shield spy
And
kit.
are you playing the planes pre-combat to just to hold up We Say the Nay just in case they like flash in a
100%.
Tigra or something? Like you have the choice
Yeah.
to counter it. If they do
So
flash in a
flashing
Tigra, are you going to counter it with We Say the Nay, or are you just going to let it trade?
again, part of it depends on what's on top of the deck.
Okay.
Um, I think in this case, I would be comfortable casting the We Say Nay. But again, a lot of it depends on what's on top of my deck. If like they flash in Tigra, they block. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be disappointed. I'm gonna be disappointed that I invested that mana um into my 2-drop. And again, like I don't we're a tempo game plan. We have the Trickster stratagem to go further into tempo. I don't want to lose tempo by losing that mana in that exchange, if that makes sense, Nick.
That makes a
Um,
lot of sense. That's why I'm saying you would want to counter the Tigra, right?
I would,
Because you're
yes,
trading
sorry, I
2 mana
would,
for 3 mana if you don't, right?
right, exactly, exactly. But again, I do want to see the top of the deck because I do think it matters here. It would definitely affect my decision.
Okay, let's see what I did then, if you're okay with going forward.
Please, yeah, yeah,
I don't
go ahead.
remember, but I'm liking the idea of playing planes and equipping, and then going to combat. But hopefully that's what I
Right.
did. I may have played Agent Nick Fury. We'll see. All right, so
Okay.
planes. I don't know. All right.
I definitely hate. Okay, you are equipping. That's
Okay, this
great.
is good. So we already started off to a good start. Yeah, we're off to a good start here.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we're getting some information.
All right, we're going to combat. We're getting the information.
All right.
Excellent.
So it is a land, which is good, right? I think we want
Keep
that. Yeah.
100%. You want land.
Yes. So we chose to keep the land. Now, combat
All
went
right.
through, so no Tigra, which is good. So we're just holding up We
No
Say the Nay
Tigra.
here, right?
So yeah. So here it's tough. I I think here I would be developing the board. I'm not scared of them playing a 3-drop here because again, I'm thinking I can Trickster stratagem. I can just send that creature back and then just keep the tempo up. Um, I'd be thinking along that mindset here, Nick. So I actually wouldn't be holding up We Say the Nay.
Okay.
Um, it's okay if that's what you did. I'm not saying that's particularly wrong, but in this game state, I really do want to keep progressing.
Yeah.
I want to keep the pressure up on board. So that's why I
Okay.
would do that. But We Say the Nay into hold up giant flying ant, also very good.
So
So
if they play like so if they play like a Cloak and Dagger or like a 3 mana Thor or some other like good rare, are we just planning on like strategizing it or like
yeah,
giant
yeah,
size flying ant
absolutely.
and just tapping it down?
No. If it's like a Thor, we send that back.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we I don't know which creature we would target yet for stratagem, but because we would have the Nick Fury on board, so you could target Nick Fury. Um, but you send that back, and then you could maybe set up the We Say the Nay for a later turn too.
Okay. Okay.
So that that
So
that would be my mindset.
if you're playing Nick Fury here, are you putting the Shield Spy Kit on it?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I would leave it on the 3/2, the life linker. I don't think that there's a reason why I would want the Nick Fury to be bigger. They're both 2/1s, and I'd just rather have it on the lifelink creature.
Okay.
But holding up, we say the nay. Good. So,
I think that's what I chose to do.
and
I
that's what you
chose
do.
I
Yeah,
chose
that's
to
what you
hold it
chose to
up.
do.
Yeah, that's what I chose to do. So maybe I could have played the Nick Fury and let this
Well,
whatever it was resolve.
yeah. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what actually resolves
Okay, so I
here.
played Hero in
So hero
training.
in training. So
Yeah.
here you actually really do get paid off, I think, holding the we say the nay.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that it's a hero in training and not like a big dumb idiot, uh, sending that back could have we definitely wouldn't be playing the stratagem. My idea about developing the Nick Fury is if they do play something like Hero in Training, well, then what I can do is actually main phase a giant flying ant, tap it down, and get in.
So, like,
Um,
let's say you had played the Nick Fury. Next turn, you draw the land. Are you playing the ant, tapping it down, and attacking with both creatures for the extra damage, or the extra 2
I
damage,
would be
rather than just the Brave Brawler for the scry? Like, you're attacking for
I
5,
would
right?
be I would be attacking for 5, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
trying to kill my opponent at that point. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So, but they're playing Hero in Training. The we say the nay looks great here, and we're gonna get an additional scry with the brawler. So.
Oh, because we get to tap it, which I don't think I did. Oh, is it whenever it becomes tapped? Wait, no. Wait. What do you
No,
mean we
sorry,
get?
no.
What do you mean we get an
We're,
extra scry with the
the
brawler?
fact that we didn't play Nick Fury means that
Oh,
we're gonna be getting an additional scry with the brawler,
never. Okay, sorry.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no reason to teamwork this. I mean, it doesn't make a difference either way.
No, there's no reason to. Yeah.
Okay.
If it was Agent Maria Hill, obviously we would.
Okay. So in this situation, we're just attacking, scrying, playing our land, and passing.
Yeah,
That's like the
yeah.
game.
There's
That's
absolutely
the
no
game plan going into this turn, right?
right, and we'd be bottoming a land here. So if there's a
Yes.
land, we really get paid off. Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. So we're kind of hoping to bottom a land, honestly. But
Yep.
yeah.
100%.
But
100%.
if we see a spell, we'll keep it. We don't need our 5th land for anything, so we can just get rid of this.
There's the land, but we don't.
Yep.
Yep.
Is
Don't
there
care
any
about the.
consideration to keep it so you can go 4-drop plus 1-drop next turn? Like you could play Nick Fury
No,
or equip plus an ant? No, you just would still
I
bottom
don't
this?
think so.
Okay.
I would be definitely bottoming this land. Um, I think you know you just don't want to flood out here. Flooding out here is pretty disastrous. Drawing additional spells that I can just connive to my graveyard is also perfectly fine. So
Okay.
you just you don't want to flood. I would be bottoming a land here.
I wonder. I might have honestly kept this on top. I don't remember. Okay, good. I
It's
bottomed it.
it's
Okay. Like
you
I was almost trying to convince myself there a reason why I would keep it on top. Like, but I guess okay.
yeah.
I evaluated the same as you maybe. All right. All right.
If you had like a Doombot or something, if you had a problem developing and if you had like a 6-drop payoff, you might be tempted to keep a land. Either your biochemist or yeah, like your aerial Doombot. But the fact that we don't have those cards and we're just looking to keep up our tempo, I think bottoming land is the correct play.
I agree. All right. That sounds good to me. And we're holding up the ant here.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. Yeah.
Don't know what pass through did. All right.
I think I knew to hold up the ant. I feel like that was the easy line.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we've made no critical mistakes yet. Like nothing terrible. We made we did the
No,
we didn't play the Nick Fury, but it wasn't like it was a super obvious decision, maybe one way or the other.
and I'm not saying that I'm not saying that my choice was correct in this scenario because the fact that they did play hero in training maybe even made my line worse. And the fact that we didn't get that we got that additional scry where we got the land on the bottom. Um, I'm not saying that this is 100% my reasoning, but I have been playing a lot of Hobbit format, and that one is super tempo oriented, where you need to like keep attacking, your deck has obviously more grind. But when I first looked at your deck, I noticed, okay, we're going to be trying to keep up the pressure. So that's why I liked developing another threat
Yep. Okay.
there, at
Yep.
least another
And
attacker.
playing the
Yeah,
tempo game. Yeah. Okay.
right. Okay, so they cast a Herbie. We're gonna be tapping it down.
Yeah, Herbie's definitely really annoying against us because our things both have 2
Mhm.
power.
Right,
Okay, so this is our draw as the
good draw.
Futurist Forge. So what is our play this turn? I I
Well,
guess
yeah.
I'm thinking that I'm probably I feel like I'm just gonna attack for 6 and just play
100%.
the Forge. We could play the Forge pre-combat to get more info. Like Forge
Yes.
and then attack, and then if we just like let's just say we draw a land, we may even just
Mhm.
go Forge, Nick Fury. Not even maybe we don't even play the land because of stratagem, and then we just pass after that. Like we,
Right.
that's what I would think.
Yeah. No, I'm on board with basically everything that you said. I would still play the land though.
You would play the
I
land.
I would play the land. I think there's a lot of value in playing that fifth land. You have two burrow backups. You have um you have a falcon in your deck as well, to draw into. So those are 5 drops where obviously we need our fifth land.
and
But
the
also
and the
just
two drop
imagine
and the two
like
drop guy, the
and the two
biochemist.
drop
Yeah.
guy, yeah. Where that's more of like a 6 mana play. But yeah. Um so you do need lands. I wouldn't necessarily hold it just for this stratagem
Should
in
I
this
should
in
we
this
hold
scenario.
should we hold the Nick Fury so we can connive it away because it's like getting worse as the game goes
So
on?
So let's talk about this. So let's say you play the Futurist Forge and you attack with your 2 creatures. What is the opponent's life total?
It's gonna be so we have lethal in play. But
Right.
we
So
only have one removal spell for the next turn, so we can't get rid of both their
right,
creatures. But I guess what you're
right, right,
saying
right.
is we could get rid of one and then you force them to block, you attack them, and you hit them for 5, and then you would get them to being 3. Like they'd have to,
Remember also that the
yeah,
Trickster stratagem can pump your creature.
yeah,
So you can remove a blocker as well as pump, let's say, your giant flying ant,
yep.
to make it a chump block for the opponent. So these things I want to develop my board. I want to keep up the gas, just like I was. Yeah,
Yeah, so you just want to develop all your stuff. Yeah.
develop all my stuff. Yep.
Okay. So then I guess I like Forge. I probably should play it pre-combat, but let's see if I do that. I might wind up attacking first. I don't know if it's going to make a huge difference, but
Probably won't. But yeah, you're right. So in Magic, the more information that you can give yourself without a cost, you want to you obviously want to do that first. You know, drawing extra cards at no cost, just to have more information. You definitely want to.
okay. So let's see what happens here. I might have just gone right for it. Okay, we're
It's obviously
at least we're
attempting
thinking. Yeah, at least I'm this is good because sometimes in limited I'll just kind of like already plan out
jam.
before I draw. Well, I like won't take the draw into consideration sometimes. Like I won't process to my brain what I drew to change my
Okay.
decision. So I'm actually glad I'm thinking here because I've noticed I've done that even in constructed. So I'm trying to get out of
Yeah.
that habit of doing that and not adjusting based on the card I draw for the turn.
Right.
So
Okay.
I'm glad I'm thinking here.
Yeah. No, it's definitely good. A lot of people don't take enough time, especially on, I feel like, Arena, because there's the rope and it adds like, I guess, maybe an additional element of pressure. Like they don't want to be like roping, but just taking that extra time to think, you're giving yourself a lot more time to process everything, and it's just free time. So definitely use it.
Good. And I might have also been thinking extra because I knew I was recording. So I'm like, I can't mess this up and look like a fool. So,
I was gonna say that too.
like, you notice I'm even clicking my mana manually. I'm like, I don't want to mess this up. So, all right, we do the forge. Okay, and we draw a 2-drop.
Okay, so you drew a 2-drop. Yep.
Mhm.
So obviously, Nick, you're not activating in this deck. You can either cast the 2/1 or you can cast the 2/2
Yeah, so you think I should cast the Agent of Atlas here?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's see. I think I'm attacking with everything here. I hope I attack with everything because I think that's what I'm evaluating here. Oh my god, did I play Agent Nick Fury? No.
I hope not, but
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I valued attacking. Yep, there we go. We went for the damage.
yeah.
We played the agent. Okay, I'm glad. All right, this is good because then
This
I didn't
right.
second guess
scry
myself.
here-
You're right. Like you said before,
Yeah.
the scry is not as valuable as the 3 damage, and also I think I did the right thing where I calculated everything ahead of time, so I did the attack and immediately played the agent because I thought it all through before I did it. Right, which I think is what you're supposed to do.
And the really nice part about drawing agent is it could set up lethal or set up some really bad blocks because of that extra prowess. When we cast a stratagem, right, it's going to pump our guy maybe even twice.
Yeah, so we can pump the agent and pump an X2 creature also, so that they're both out of range of the Irby or whatever else they play.
Right, and then yep.
Yeah. All right, I guess we'll see what they do here, and then we'll reevaluate. They have a lot of mana. They're gonna have a 6th mana maybe, and then they might be able to play 2 creatures. They might have a creature plus a removal spell or a trick held up. There's a lot of options in green and white that they can.
Unfortunately, in Arena, you can tell some, when opponent has something because a lot of times they're not that their cards highlight, but they get priority in a certain way that it tells you that they can play something. On that turn 2, for instance, the card that I'm thinking that they have is Take Up the Shield. I think that's probably the 2 draw that they could have played because you remember that priority when you attacked with the Brave Brawler. This is obviously something that you cannot really account towards paper play, but it's something that I've gotten into the habit of doing on Arena because I see that priority. It's
This
is one of the
this is I think actually a drawback, a big drawback of playing online.
100%. However, it does allow you to think about these cards like you do think about what they could have. In paper Magic, you should be doing that obviously as well. So the fact that there is priorities, it does immediately open up my my thought process and think about what could they have had that priority for. So I am thinking about that. Obviously in paper Magic though, I'd be thinking, okay, they're holding up 2 mana. What could that mean?
Right.
So,
and when I'm practicing for an event like the Pro Tour, I'm actually trying to do that regardless of whether there are stops or not on my turn and my opponent's turn. Like if they have 2 mana and it's phasing through their turn, I'm actually going to pretend it's not, and I'm going to think as though we're playing on paper and they could have anything at instant at 2 mana that they could have.
Great.
So I try not to let that impact my decisions with these games.
Right. Yeah.
Although if I was playing in like an arena championships, I of course would, because there's a lot on the line there. So I would let that influence me if I was playing. But because the purpose of these matches is for me to practice for a high level like Pro Tour paper event, that's what I'm gonna I think try to base
there's a lot of tricks that you have to do on Arena, unfortunately, such as casting priority for your turn very quickly after casting something to show that you don't have that priority, like a sorcery removal spell or an instant removal spell.
I personally prefer to just always hold priority so that they can never know if I have something as like an alternate. Like instead of always trying to phase through, I try to control every phase when I play in like a high stakes thing.
Yep, you could full control. However, there were a couple of arena championships where they told us we couldn't. have full control because it made the matches too boring to watch. So just
Oh.
something to something to keep in mind.
I
But yeah,
didn't know that. I
no,
thought like when in the pandemic started, when I remember watching like the online pro tours, that I thought a lot of the players did do that, and like they would put stops on all the phases, and they would like full
yes,
control a lot. But maybe they had to stop them from doing that after that event. But I remember watching that and them doing that, right?
they were. Yes,
Yeah,
they were in that one. Yes, you're right.
yeah.
I
But that's
believe
funny
that
that
there
they.
was an arena championship after that they were like, okay, maybe don't do that. But anyway,
Okay.
we'll continue with the match. They cast their Hercules. I imagine they don't power it up.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't
Isn't it?
remember.
I think it's a 5-mana power up.
It is. So they could do it right now
Yeah,
if they wanted to. It would if they didn't power it up, that would mean they're representing something though, right?
100%.
And that's what I would
They
assume on
have to.
paper. Even if it phased through, I would like assume that they were
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
represent something. They're hovering over our
Could be
agents.
it could just be a fight spell too. It could be like a go nuts.
Right. And oh, this is where I actually make my
Thinking about
first
what they
big
could cast.
this next turn is where I make my first mistake. I remember this
Oh, you
now.
remember?
I
All
remember
right, let's
now.
take a look.
Yeah, so we'll see what they do, and you'll see immediately. And I because I think it is go nuts is what they have.
Right.
Um,
They tap both colors. They're like
all
hovering
right, so
over
here's
both
what
colors.
happens. They go
Okay.
nuts and do
Okay.
this. Okay,
Yep.
now it's our turn,
All right.
and so I see that this fought this, and I'm like, okay, this just fought this.
Oh God. Okay.
So
Do you trickster stratagem the Hercules?
no. Here's
Oh,
what
okay.
happens. Well, all right. So what would you do in this turn before
You
I do anything?
okay.
We draw an island.
I'm going to I'm gonna stratagem. However, I believe I'm going to stratagem after playing the land.
Because you want to be able to
I
play
think
Nick Fury.
because I want to be able to play Nick Fury. So I think I'm just
Are you
going to
stratageming the
stratagem.
Irby
Yeah, 100%.
and
Yeah,
then just attacking
that'd
for
be the
6? They
Irby.
go to 2. You play Nick Fury. Now you have a lot of
Could be
lethal
7.
attackers.
Could be 7.
It could be 7. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right, depending on what I draw. But yeah, I would be playing the island, and I would be stratageming and playing Nick Fury.
So
Yeah.
like, let's say you draw a spell. What are you targeting with the connive? Is it going to be the Brave Brawler because it has lifelink, or is it the giant size ant because it's flying?
Yeah, it's probably going to be. Let me just think, because they're gonna go down to 2.
So either of them are still a lethal threat.
Yeah, I mean, everything that you are going to be developing is going to be lethal.
I guess I'm thinking it's the
Um,
ant.
I think it's the
Like I
ant.
think it's the ant because
Yeah,
if they, let's say they somehow like gain 2 life and then we play our
right,
5th land, we can make both the Brave Brawler and the ant big enough to kill them, right? Because the
right.
Brave Brawler can power up. So
Mm-hmm.
that's maybe right.
Yeah. I also think, powering up ant makes sense. Uh, so that they can't like fight it with another go nuts as easily. Um, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Is It's actually very interesting that they chose to fight your agent. I feel like if they, sorry, now I'm analyzing what the opponent did, but I feel like they could have fought your ant with the Hercules, killing your flyer. Um,
Well, then they would have
and
had to put the
then
counter on the Hercules.
yes, which I think is fine, right? Because
Right. And you know what's
I mean, this 3-2 isn't necessarily better than a 2-1 here. Like looking at this board, I mean, you could move the spy kit, so maybe they actually played
yeah.
correct. It's a tough call.
And you know what
I
kind of happened in my head was I actually almost thought they were putting the counter on the Hercules to fight a thing.
Right, and
And
I think they probably should have. I think
well,
they should have fought your ant.
that's okay. That's what I thought too. And then it almost didn't register to me that they put the counter on the Herbie. I'm like, oh, clearly they would have put the counter on the Hercules. And I actually made a mistake.
You're moving the
And I
shield
was
for
like,
it.
oh,
Yeah.
the Herbie's a 2-1. and I
Yep.
actually
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah. Yeah.
realize it. And then I go to combat and I look at their side of the board and I realize I made a huge
Oh,
mistake.
fuck.
So now I'm like,
Okay.
oh shit. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
here's another
So
thing where I'm like trying to cool down and be like, all right, I made a mistake. I need to like reassess everything and play from this point and not throw anymore. Like I need to recollect
yeah. Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
So now from this
Well, at least you
situation,
didn't just jam.
I didn't jam. Thankfully I didn't just jam. I stopped here and I'm thinking, how do I recover from this? So like from this position, are you going to just not attack at all and just go to second main phase, or are you attacking with anything here?
I'm at least attacking with 2-1. I'm
With the
obviously,
2-1.
with the 2-1. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I would have loved it to be one more power that you
Yeah.
just moved the spy kit, but I'm at least I'm at least attacking with the
I
2-1. But yeah, I'm not attacking with the ant.
Right.
Um,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
I was thinking the ant was
Like
going to get in against the 2-1 and then it was going to survive, and now I'm like obviously very upset.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you're right that it's weird that Go Nuts. I mean, again, this was also before the PT. But yeah, Go Nuts. You can target two different things. So yeah. Maybe you rushed this just a little bit. Re-equipping the spy kit. But I kind of see your reasoning. But I mean, they have one blocker. They're down to 8 life. Like this is a. Oh yeah, you don't attack.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I think I play the
Like
land and I maybe keep it the futurist forge. I think that might have been what I wound up doing instead of.
I think
Yeah.
you kind of priced yourself into that. Yeah. I think that's probably the right call with the moves that you did.
Mm-hmm.
But again, when you're playing this kind of tempo deck in limited, you need to make sure that you're keeping the pressure up. You don't want to give your opponent this like window, because that can spell disaster.
Yeah,
Let's see what our
I should
opponent
have gotten in
does.
for I should have gotten in for 2 with the brawler there.
At
Yeah.
least for 2.
Yeah, at least for
Yeah,
2.
so I feel like this was a mistake that cascaded into even more mistakes. So when you do make a mistake, just see what you can do to make the best situation. This, I think, trading a 2-1 for a 3-2 flyer is a pretty like decent exchange. So that was something that you could definitely have kind of reevaluated if you had just like stopped, taken a breath. What I've noticed is, your rope hasn't like come on at all. So that to me means that you're not quite maybe taking enough time to really flesh out these decisions. Yeah.
Okay, so
For
spend a little more time.
spend just a little bit more time. Yeah. Uh, yeah. It just don't have to rush through it.
Okay.
But let's see. I'm curious what the opponent has, because they have a handful of cards, and we're kind of getting low on resources here.
They have another flyer, which is not that great, but they wait. Did they keep on top or did they?
They kept 2 on top.
Yeah, so that's not
So
good.
they like the cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they have 2 mana open for a potential take up the shield. You draw Vision, which is
Mhm.
obviously one of your better. Ooh, okay.
So now there's a lot of options.
There are a lot of options. Yes.
And this is where, like, at a big event, I mean, I don't have infinite time, and there's so many different things you could do here, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's so tough because we've kind of pigeonholed ourselves into this position. But okay, let's think about it. They obviously have 2 flying blockers. They have 2 mana open, so they're obviously be representing something. In this case,
Sorry, Taylor.
yeah.
If we had made the correct play last turn and done the stratagem thing, they would have been no Herbie. They would have been at 2, and we could have just tapped the thing with the ant and killed them, right? like the Wakandan drone
Well,
flock.
we wouldn't have drawn the ant
Oh, we wouldn't
because
have
we drew
drawn the
2
ant.
in this kind of yeah. So they would have so if we had done the Irby play, right, we
Yeah.
would have drawn the planes, we would have discarded planes, we would have cast the Nick Fury. For this turn, we would just be drawing the Vision.
Wouldn't
They would have
Okay. Would we not have
yeah, go
discarded
ahead.
the Nick Fury to put a counter on like something?
I don't think so. I think that the Nick Fury, when opponents at 2, they would have been at
So
2.
then it would have
Um,
been lethal, right? Because we would have had 3 attackers and they would have only had 2 blockers and they would have been at 2.
yep, but
But they have 2
that's if
mana.
they had
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if they
that
had
that would be
nothing.
if they had nothing. But I would probably be jamming in that scenario.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. You can go back to this scenario now.
So yeah, so in this scenario, they have 2 mana up immediately. You know they're white. I am thinking about probably the worst case is take up the shield here. Uh, so it's not like if they didn't have mana up, what I could do right is I could Trickster Stratagem the drone flock. I could discard probably one of the 4s, maybe one of the 4s, and then get in for a 5 power attacker where they're kind of forced to chump in this scenario, right? Because if they take it, they go down to 3. So I could go the ant out of their blocks, out of their block range. The fact that they have 2 mana up, I do want to be as careful as possible now in this scenario. So I don't feel like I can just jam. I feel like I have to kind of hold back a little bit. I would be looking to just develop my board. I would probably be casting the Vision as well as Nick Fury this turn. Just develop it
Would
further.
you re-equip the
Yeah.
spy kit then too? To like the brawler to make it big enough to
Let's
attack
see.
through the Hercules the following turn?
Actually,
Or
I
like put
would
on the Nick
probably
Fury?
I would attack with yeah, that's curious. Yeah, sorry. So
Like you could attack with
I
the
do.
ant and then play Vision and Nick Fury and equip Nick Fury.
Well, I think I would actually attack with. So I think I would re-equip
Mm-hmm.
onto the Brave Brawler and attack with just a
With
Brawler.
Brave Brawler.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what this does is it incentivizes them to. Well, I'm comfortable trading my Brave Brawler
Yeah,
with
for
any of
for a
their
combat
creatures.
trick or for a trick too,
Right.
right? Yeah.
I'm very yeah, and for a trick. So base case, let's say they block with Hercules. That's a perfectly fine trade with me. Hercules can grow. I mean, our Brave Brawler can grow, but Hercules is probably the better creature here. It's a 3-drop for my 2-drop. So I'm up on mana. I I definitely am also fine if they then decide to take up their shield on the Hercules. Or maybe one of their flyers, whoever's blocking the Brave Brawler, because again, all I'm losing is a 2-drop creature in this scenario, and I'm not losing my very high value creature, which is of course the giant flying ant here. So yeah, I think in this scenario, I want to use all of it. Re-equipping to the Brave Brawler, plan land, because then I'm also threatening activation on the Brave Brawler.
Oh, so play the land, equip, hold up the 5 for using
Yep,
Brave Brawler, which would make it into a 5/4 if activated. So
right. So
now
they
they
might
might want to
double
double
block
block with
even.
Hercules and Wakandan or something. You get to kill a better creature rather than the
Yep,
Irby. You
absolutely.
kill a
I would be
bigger
able to kill
thing.
the flyer. Yeah.
Yeah, you kill the drone flock, which is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, if they double blocked, I would kill the flyer, whichever one. Um, I wouldn't care necessarily that Hercules could be bigger, because again, what does our deck do? It typically kills in the air. That's like our game plan,
Yes, we got
right?
to kill
That's
want to trade a ground creature for a flyer, I guess, yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is
So
a good line. Equip Vision and then Nick Fury.
equip the Brave
Equip
Brawler. Yep.
attack. Yeah, exactly. And then
And then I
Vision.
can Vision and Nick Fury. Yep. That's what I would be looking at doing.
That
But let's
seems
see
like a
what
good
we
line.
come up
Yeah,
with.
I like that. That's a good choice. I think all that's really smart. I don't.
I'm
I feel like I
very
don't. I feel
curious
like
how
I
this game.
don't. There's no way I come up with a quip and attack with Brave Brawler. Like, there's no way. You you're curious about what?
Oh, I'm very curious about, where your headspace is in this. Because if you do find that line, I do think, that mistake that you made, it gets mitigated a lot. So I'm hoping that, the rest of this game is
Oh my
clean.
god.
Look at this. You did
Oh,
it.
I'm so freaking good at Magic. Oh my god. Wait, but this doesn't mean I'm gonna attack with it, does it? Maybe I will. Maybe
Oh,
I'll.
I think it
I also
does.
get a scry, which is super nice.
Yeah.
Oh no! I went
Oh,
right.
why are you-
I did the whole line, but I didn't attack. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did the line, but I didn't get the attack in. Yep. Yep. And I should have.
Oh, you don't attack? You don't
Yeah.
attack with the Brave Brawler at all.
No, I don't think
Okay.
I attack. Yep. I did that line, but no
Interesting.
attack. So I should have came up
Yeah.
with the value that I'm like willing to trade the brawler with
Yeah,
something.
the scry
Yeah. And you get
value
the
is so
scry.
huge
Yeah.
here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bottoming a land would be really obviously clutch here.
Okay, so close. We were close to the right line. Yeah.
Yep. And again, I mean your board is pretty good. You have a vision.
Yeah, and the vision will get a lot of value here if we get to untap with it.
Yep. It seems like they don't have removal for it, so
They do.
oh, I just absolutely lied. Okay.
They do.
All right. Another trickster stratagem. This
Mhm.
game. Okay, so now they don't have the mana up though,
No mana.
right? So
Yeah.
now they can't be holding up God, take up the shield. So I'd be looking to re-equip onto the giant flying ant, and
Okay. And
I'd be looking to get in.
so would you stratagem like the drone flock and like
Yeah.
then equip and then attack for 4 in the air?
5.
Sorry, 5 in the yeah, like because the ant now doesn't trade. Yeah, so that's what you would do.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So I'd be looking to get in for 5 here. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty good line. I wonder if that's what I do. I wonder if I also just attack with Brawler and threaten activation. That might have been what I decided to do too. But
That could be. I mean, it's still like relatively strong to do that. Obviously, I think it was a lot stronger last year.
Yeah, of course. But here they can't.
Uh-oh.
They would have to double block it still. And
They just like
like they don't
here.
really have great blocks if we just attack with the Brave Brawler, right? They don't really have
It's
like anything
it's
crazy
true.
because we still get the scry.
Yeah.
And then whatever they double block with, it's going to be good. If they block with the 2/3/3s, then we just don't activate. We just kill one of the 3/3s. If they block with a 3/2, they can't block with any X2 in a 3/3. We eat both of them. So
If I'm the opponent though,
right, like either we're gonna
yeah,
get to
you're
trade.
right.
We either get to trade with a 3/3 or we get to trade with 2 things. So
The attack is still good. Yeah. I just yeah. No, the attack is still
would you
good. I
still
don't mind
rather
it.
do the ant plus the stratagem over just the
I
attack
do
with a
think
brawler?
Personally, I think so. Because I think number one, you're removing one of their blockers, right? One of their flying blockers. If you get in for 5, you're threatening lethal in the air the
Yeah.
next turn,
Yep.
right? You're making it so that like you still have the Brave Brawler line like later down the road too. It's not like you're sacrificing that tempo. But here I want to apply pressure because they already just used a removal spell too. So making the giant flying ant being a 5/4 a powerful creature just makes a lot of sense to me.
Does the Brave Brawler line not give us more flexibility, though, because we could attack with it? If they choose to block with, like, Hercules, we trade, we don't level up, and then we can just flash in an ant during their turn with the mana instead of committing to a stratagem?
If they block the Hercules, you would level it up,
well,
right?
I'm sorry, they would have to block with Hercules and Drone Flock. No, you're right, we would level it up.
Yeah.
So then we would trade with the Drone Flock, and then we would flash an ant during their turn maybe and not even use the stratagem yet, right?
If I were them, I would probably be blocking with Hercules and Hero in training.
Well, then we would
On the
level
on the
and
Brave
trade with
Brawler.
both of them, right?
Man, yeah,
Right? We would just eat both.
they're in a tough spot
They don't
here.
have a
Yeah,
good
so
block. Like they just don't have a good block for us. They would have to lose the Wakandan
it's
drone flaw.
true.
They have to pretty much lose the or just take the 3. But they're not gonna take the 3 and let us lightning helix their face, right? Like
No,
they're
no,
gonna block with
probably
something.
not.
Yeah,
They probably
they
block
have to
with
lose the drone flock.
So let's say, hmm,
They might even triple
man,
block.
this
Honestly,
game's really interesting.
they might
Yeah,
even triple
yeah,
block because then we could have a trick. We could have like attack them plus a the stethoscope, whatever that card is, the
yeah. The stethoscope.
helicarrier strike, and just blow them
Oh
out,
yeah.
right?
Right. Yeah. So
So
they might just take it, and then you can even like you can just tap. You can hold up the flying ant. Yeah, you know
you're right. Like I don't
the,
think
the
it's super clear cut. I don't remember what I do exactly, but both these
it's
lines
not
seem
clear cut.
reasonable, right?
Both of them seem super reasonable. Um, the only thing about pumping the Brave Brawler to me is that you are playing against hmm, man. I'm trying to evaluate. So
Yeah.
this is pretty good. If you attack with make it
I
five.
don't want to spend too much time on this. Maybe we can review this later together too, if you want to come up with the real line or ask other people, because for time purposes I want to keep going.
Right, yeah, and recording.
And I
So,
have to and I have to go at some point soon.
Yeah, okay. So let's see what you do. Sorry.
Okay,
Keep
it's
going.
fine. So those are the 2 options we came up with. And if we post this,
Right.
maybe people in the comments can tell us what line they would take of the 2.
I think either one is totally serviceable.
Those seem to be the 2 best ones, though, for sure, right? Those are the 2 options: is the re-equip and it's
100%.
re-equip,
Yeah.
trickster stratagem, attack with ant, or attack with brawler, which I think is what I'm looking like I'm doing here. Yeah, I do go for the
It does
brawler.
look like, yeah.
Okay.
So the thing about this though is you correctly evaluated that you're still going to attack this turn.
Yeah.
You don't want to give your opponent any more time. So yeah. Send in the brawler. My guess is that they no block it.
You think? Yeah. So like, if you're them, do you just no block this? We have 3 unknown cards in our hand. Just take it.
Yeah, I'd probably be very sad about it, but I would just take it.
Now take a look at this card.
By the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. So this is sick because it enables a 4-drop plus a 2-drop next turn, right?
Yeah, this card's sweet.
Or even this turn, if we stratagem, we can draw it and then like discard one of these other cards and play the 2-drop. So I think
I'd rather not do that, but yeah. I mean, card's good.
Yeah, I guess I'd rather not. I'd rather not lose one of these other cards. Yeah.
I'd rather not stratagem post combat. Or
yeah, I see. Yeah. Okay, but we do keep it.
You don't want to lose that momentum. All right,
you're
let's see
right.
if they block.
Okay, so they do what I suggested. Now we don't need to level. We just get to trade with the Wakandan drone flock.
Right, you get to. Exactly.
Which I think is what I was calculating. Yeah, it's funny because I knew I didn't remember what I did in this game, but I know the way I think, and I came up with my exact line because I just went back into the game face of what would I do here, and that's the line I came up with. So it's funny that you came up with a different line, and I came up with the line that I was doing anyways. Like I didn't remember that was it, but that's just the way I think about it. So
that's great.
Yeah,
I mean, this is good for us, obviously. So what's also really good about this line is you got rid of a flyer. My line, you were also getting rid of a flyer. But we're trying to play around specifically the card Take Up the Shield. Right? We kind of have put them on that card. So when you made that kind of like deduction, you want to make sure that you're trying to optimize your play around that card.
Yes. I also like that in this line we get to flash in the ant, so now we can just tap down the flyer and get in for 6 or even 7 in the air next turn.
Yeah,
seems kind of nice.
100%.
So, yeah.
No, this is great.
I wonder if I didn't
re-equip.
Like, I wonder if I didn't play stratagem. So, I'm curious if I didn't play it because I didn't want to discard one of these other cards. Like I valued maybe
I mean,
the ant and this other stratagem so highly that maybe I just didn't want to connive one of them away or something.
I think playing the stratagem here is
I'm in
really bad.
pre-combat. I'm at pre-combat. Like maybe that's why I also didn't want to play it pre-combat. Because I
That's why
liked the other
that's
cards in my hand. Maybe I didn't want to loot one
Well,
away.
we didn't know that we were drawing this security officer.
But maybe I'm like, if I draw, like I want to wait
yeah.
until I have a card that I actively don't like. Maybe I'm thinking, but I don't know.
Could be. Yeah.
Okay, so we spend a mana
So
here.
you do re-equip.
Yeah,
hopefully onto the flying ant. Yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah, it makes sense because equipping Nick Fury still doesn't get through the hero in training, so I should definitely
exactly.
I should equip on the ant, but because then it would become 5 power with the stratagem. Okay, I guess I do this. Maybe I'm thinking I want a stratagem and target the Nick Fury.
And well,
I don't know.
Also, you want to
I'm anting here anyways. I meant for the next turn, like maybe I want a stratagem onto the Nick Fury, make it a 4 power, so it gets through the hero in training. I'm not really sure.
Right. But we do want to think. We're thinking also that we're okay. They're just holding up all this.
This was a bizarre attack. I didn't really understand this at all.
What is this attack?
I don't know, but I just don't block. I just take it. Like I'm super pumped. I'm like pumped. Yeah, I'm pumped. And they go to the
insane.
So now here we play ant and we tapped Irby. Yeah, that seems pretty
100%.
easy. Yeah, the Hercules can activate notably, but I think that's fine because we're not attacking with. We don't have to attack with Nick Fury. We can also stratagem it.
You can stratagem it.
Yeah.
So here, actually, what I would be doing is I'd be tapping Hercules.
So tap Hercules and stratagem Irby.
So that I can stratagem Irby. Yeah.
Did I come up with that? I did. How did
it seems like you do.
I do. Maybe that's why I was flicking between the two of them. I was like, oh wait, I could just stratagem the Irby. So
yeah,
that is what we do.
Which is typically not what you want to do because obviously he's got the ETB, but we're threatening lethal. We want to get the flyer actually off the board.
Right. And in the future, we can just tap whatever down. If they replay Irby, we can just tap it.
Yep.
So now we get rid of the Irby. We target. I think I targeted the Nick Fury here, maybe. What would you target? Would you target an ant?
I would just target an ant, I think. Let's see. I would target the Fury, actually. The reason why I'm targeting Fury here is because of the punch spell. I'd much rather my Nick Fury get punched than my giant ant.
Yeah,
I think that the 1 extra damage is really relevant.
I feel like I want to distribute the power among my creatures as much as possible. The ants already have evasion, and then the Fury, like they're more incentivized to remove the ants, and maybe I want my other creature to be sizable.
Yeah. I
mean, like to tempt them to try to kill the Nick Fury instead of an ant.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Like, and if they do that, I think they just automatically lose. But, yeah, I would target the Nick Fury. Because, again, if they target the Nick Fury with a removal spell here, you still keep your 2 flyers.
Yeah.
And you get to re-equip the kit.
Well, we're gonna play Wrath Security Officer, right? We're not gonna re-equip.
Oh yeah.
But we can re-equip next. We can equip next turn, so it's fine.
Yep.
Also, nothing might wind up growing anyways. But if something did grow, I guess I figured the Nick Fury, and it's not gonna grow anyways here, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'd be discarding the plans. Yep.
Yep. We attack with everything. They're gonna go to 1. Assuming they have nothing.
Which it seems like they have something.
Yeah, they have something. But I don't think there's anything that can blow us out besides, and I'm thinking, do they have Captain Marvel? It's like, and I'm not going to play around Captain Marvel. Like, if they have that, I just probably am losing.
Probably. Does that card have...
Which card?
Nice, okay. I was wondering if Captain Marvel had lifelink.
It does. It's a 5/4 lifelink flash flying. It just,
it's a bomb. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just absurd. It would kill our flying ant and gain them the 5 life that they're going to take, so they'd still be at 10 and they'd have a 5/4. And the game, we could Wrath Security Officer in the future start tapping it down, but I think we're still in rough shape if they get to all that.
I like trading like
Well,
trading with a Night Nurse.
they might
I
have
think what they're
they might have
debating
a
here
take up the
is
shield.
casting.
Yeah,
Right. I think they're debating casting the take up the shield, in which I think they definitely should.
I think they should
They
too.
want to keep that life linker on the board.
Yep. But it's giant
Oh,
growth.
it's a giant growth. Interesting. Okay.
So that might even be. I mean, it might be better because then
I don't think it's better
they don't get
because
the
they don't have
permanent
the
power.
counter on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I think. The giant growth.
So-
It's better for us, is what I'm saying. I think it's better for us.
Oh,
They gain
yeah.
extra life, but they don't get the +1 counter. And now we have a 1/3 that blocks it nicely rather than it being a 3/2. So they can't attack with the Night Nurse without. Maybe they want to represent they have like another pump spell, but. So
web up.
what do you think they're going to target here?
Interesting.
Yeah, what do you think they're going to hit? Probably an ant, right?
I think they have to hit an ant. I think they have to.
Well, they don't. They don't. They don't. Because they have life. They have lifelink.
Yeah, they have lifelink, but you outgrow it. Like
maybe they don't know because
you outrace it.
Yeah, we
like,
have a spike.
completely.
Yeah. I don't know why they chose. Maybe they were nervous that it'll tap down their biggest creature each turn. So here,
that's a great draw.
Yeah, we're gonna attack with 6 and play Burrow backup, and we'll attack for 7 and play Burrow backup.
Oh, you're
right?
gonna attack for 7.
Yeah, attack for 7 and play Burrow backup. So, I wonder if I messed this up actually and and use Shield Spike at main 2 on a ground creature, which I might have done because I might have been like, well, I want the ground creature to trade with Hercules, on the crackback, but it's probably better just get the damage. Because then next turn, if they kill one ant sorcery speed, we can re-equip the spy kit to the other one and still have a lethal attacker for next turn. So I probably should put the spy kit on the ant, right?
I think it's really important to think about with these tempo decks. You want to be thinking about pushing damage. You are on the play this game. You have all these threats in the air. You just want to get them dead before they play, a bomb like Captain Marvel. To maybe restabilize them.
Let's say they're at 20 life here. Do you still pre-combat attach an attack, or do you post-combat attach to one of the Burrow backup tokens?
20 life? I mean, this game has gone horribly for us.
Let's just assume in this position they're at 20. They're at 20. We're at 22. Are you still pushing with the spy kit in the air, or are you holding that back to block Hercules or something?
I'm still pushing.
Okay.
I'm still pushing. By attacking for 7, I'm putting them on kind of like a 3-turn clock. Right. They go to 13.
It's going to be a 3-turn clock in the air regardless, though, because the next turn you can just attach it to one of the giant ants and it's still 20 damage, right?
It's true. Let's see Well, also re-equipping. If they're at 20, I probably do equip onto a ground creature, but maybe not just for blocking Hercules. It also blocks the Night Nurse.
Right. Like they can't attack with anything, or they attack with just Hercules. Yeah.
Right. They could just attack with Hercules, in which case I'm probably not blocking. Right. I'm winning this race, so I would not block Hercules with all these threats in the air and everything. If they were at 20, but thankfully they're not.
Thankfully they're not. I'm just configuring a situation where you would consider not doing it, but let's see if we do it here.
Yeah.
It looks like we're thinking about it. Yep. There it is. And I'm being very conservative with the stratagem to save it for some sort of bomb. That's what's going through my head. Like if they play something crazy, like we can now just stratagem that and I think we win.
Yeah.
It depends on what they draw, I guess. Yeah.
But you would definitely stratagem.
If they so like here they're attacking. Are you blocking just maybe the Night Nurse?
I wouldn't block anything.
You wouldn't block anything because it represents more damage to attack with the 3/2.
I would want to just jam. Yeah.
You would want to just jam.
I want my 3/2s so that I can just attack it for lethal next turn. I'm ending the game next turn.
Okay, so you're just not even blocking. Yeah.
I know that there's no.
Well, that's what I did, I guess.
Settle the wreckage in this format. Yeah.
Right.
You take it 100%.
All right, and that's.
They're dead on board.
That's the game. Yeah, that's the game.
Cast anything. Yeah.
I think we don't cast anything, or maybe we cast the stratagem. I don't remember. I don't think it matters, right? They just conceded. Okay.
Yeah, they concede because they see that they're dead on board. But yeah, no, that was a very good game to record. Your critical mistake was definitely not realizing that the Herbie had grown, right? I think you evaluated that correctly. That your thought process was the counter was on the Hercules. You didn't
Yeah,
see
in
that it
this
was.
in this turn, yeah, I messed up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But even even if it was the Hercules that got targeted, I feel like I would just be. I kind of still want to attack with both creatures here. I'm not sure I would just attack with the with the ant.
So if Hercules was a 4/4, you would have just said, all right, I'll just attack with both these things and just trade one of them for the Herbie.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Or I wouldn't trade my ant. I'd be re-equipping onto
Oh,
the
you
ant.
would equip to the ant and attack with both creatures. I see.
Well, if I if I wasn't casting the stratagem, which was my initial play, right? I really just wanted to stratagem the
Stratagem the
Irby
Herbie, attack with and
and
play the Nick Fury.
attack with
Yeah,
both.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. That was the whole idea.
Is there a possibility where you play Nick Fury and then stratagem targeting the Nick Fury for the connive to make it do a 3/2?
No, because
Or no?
I wanna just push the extra damage. I would be targeting the brawler here and
Yeah.
just getting in. Because then I
Okay.
could just move over the spy kit anyway. So
Yeah, and I guess also if you don't play the Nick Fury, you have the option of discarding it to the connive to get a better card. So,
yep.
yep.
But I would definitely be playing the island first, and then casting stratagem so that I would have the option to develop the Nick Fury.
Okay. Any final thoughts about the game other than that?
I think, just taking just a little bit more time. I know you don't have infinite time in paper, but oftentimes I don't feel like limited magic goes. How often does limited magic go to time at the Pro
It
Tour?
goes to time.
Does it happen?
Yeah, it
It
does.
does reasonably.
Like the
Okay,
same amount is constructed, I would say. Probably about the same
interesting.
amount. Yeah. People do think.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the games are
Um,
scrappy, a lot of them. Like people just like kill each other's stuff and then sometimes there's nothing or sometimes there's board stalls. Like that doesn't happen as much in constructed. There's not really like board stalls, especially in
right.
modern, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I just think, just like you were saying, evaluate what you drew for the turn and just make sure that you're fully thinking through your lines. Like the first line that comes up into your brain shouldn't be the only thought process, right? It shouldn't just be like for me too. I shouldn't just think, okay, cast stratagem on the Irby and jam. But that's that's what I think my game plan is here to push the damage. So I don't know. I, I think you really did a good job about not being exasperated by that mistake because you did realize that it was a mistake. That's why you didn't attack. Um, so you did a good job closing that out. That's probably your mental toughness from being on the pro tour so many times.
Yeah, you
those
make so
those
many mistakes in games all the time and it's really hard to not let it you lose your composure. Like you really
yeah,
have
and
to have some good fortitude.
I think you really didn't. You did a good job. I am curious if this game ends differently. Like, for instance, I had said to attack with the Brave Brawler after moving the equipment. Just because like I'm fine trading the Irby. I wonder if that would have been a mistake because you wouldn't have had that attack later in the game. But I think this is a good trade.
Yeah, if we would have not had, we might
The
have had
the
this attack.
drone.
We wouldn't have had this attack. You're saying like at this point and trade with the drone flock.
Yeah, you wouldn't have had this attack, but the Irby would be off the board, and you could just cast Stratagem and jam. So,
Yeah,
um,
whole different game. Everything would have been very different.
yeah.
Yeah.
But this was a great game to evaluate. So good choice.
Great. Well, it's not like I just recorded 3 in a row. I just happened to be a good
Yeah,
one. I have 2 others that we'll do another time. We can save one of them for our
right.
next connect.